Guys, welcome back to another vlog. We are currently in Cairns. I've literally just landed. My stuff is everywhere. I haven't even started getting ready or unpacked or anything. This is where I'm going to pick up the vlog. So flight to Cairns ended up going quite well. Adelaide to Cairns is it's hard to get a flight that goes through there. I think it's just because it's like an uncommon destination, Adelaide to Cairns, whereas Brisbane to Cairns is like way more common. So I could only fly Jetstar. It's my first time flying Jetstar in like 4 or 5 years. And it was different, different to say the least. The like weighing of the bags, I'm so not used to that. I didn't have any issues, but yeah, it was a bit different. I just love Virgin. Anyway, they gave me a little meal allowance on the plane, $15, strange. So I had one glass of wine, like one little bottle of wine, and then also some cheese and crackers. That's about it. Now I'm here. Currently, my phone is blowing up like mental. So many messages. One of those is someone I've seen before, so I'm probably going to take that one over anything else just because I already know that person. But yeah, this is what Cairns is like, a very short notice location. It has been every time I've come through. This is just the vibe of the place, and that's not normally the way that I like to work, so it is a little out of my element, but it is what it is. Anyway, I'm gonna start getting set up and I will check in with you guys when there is an update. I need to shower, I need to unpack, I need to fucking fix this ugly mug. That's what I need to do. Hey guys, hair and makeup is done. I've just gone through the phone and gotten back to the inquiries. We will see how many of them eventuate. It's a little bit hard because a lot of them want like the same time, and most of them haven't given any information about like if other days work for them or if it's only tonight they can do. So it is a little bit chaotic. Anyway, we will just see what happens. Yeah, a bit stressful. Anyway, I am here, I've made it. I did chuck my PJs on while I was getting ready just for comfort. Right now, my tummy's grumbling a little bit, so I should probably go and get something to eat. And I also need to organize my outfit for tonight, so I just need to get it out. I am a little bit worried because the reception here, the reason why I booked this place is because the like where you walk into the hotel is separate to the reception. So there's like where you walk in and reception is on level 1. Last time I was here, no issues at all, because obviously, you know, I get the client and I take them up to say level 4, right? This time I'm on the level of reception and I'm like, fuck, that's going to complicate things, especially for short bookings. I don't think they think twice if they see you with like 2 people coming and going for the day, probably even 3, because I'm going to guess like they swap shifts at some point. But I do think this is going to be really fucking tricky when it comes to seeing a lot, which makes me stressed because obviously like when I'm in this situation, I'd prefer not to take 30 minutes at all. Because you know, if I can only sneak in 3 a day, I'd prefer them to not be 30-minute bookings. But then I also don't want to miss out on money. So I'm like, stressful, very stressful. Anyway, that's the update and you guys can stay tuned. Maybe this will be the first one we get kicked out of. Maybe, there's a chance. Anyway, I'm gonna go and probably find something to eat. I think that's what I need to do right now. Obviously get changed out of this, find some food, have a meal, and keep an eye on this fucking phone for when these inquiries start getting back to me, because it is going to be mental as long as they're all legitimate. As a quick update, I don't have a whole lot of time because my phone is busy and I need to get onto that. I'm just going to show you guys what I got to have in the fridge here. Please excuse this all squishing down. Unfortunately, this is the best I can do right now. 3 things of cheese and crackers. Right in here, I do not have a microwave and I don't have any sort of kitchen. It is just a fridge and a coffee machine. So everything has to like work with that. I bought this, which is not food related. I just wanted a close to cut razor. These, because I'm running, I think I have 5 or 6 left of large. So I had to restock. This is a sugar-free like caramel cake. Sushi. Egg and lettuce sandwich and curried egg sandwich. These, which they are meant to be heated up, but I buy these all the time at home and eat them cold, so I don't think it matters. They're just like vegetarian little bites. And this one as well. Then 2 juices, because they were on sale. I'm not sure, this one's probably going to be gross, but we're going to try it anyway. Yogurts for breakfast, 2 YoPros. Nail polish remover, my toenails need to be changed urgently, so that was on sale for $3. I'm going to do that probably tomorrow or the next day. Turkish Delight, not that I needed that, that was an impulse. And energy drinks, oh my gosh. the chaos of me trying to film in like stress mode. Anyway, that's the update. My bag also broke, I'll show you. See this? Yeah, this broke while I was trying to walk this across the road. Anyway, that's that. That's the update. I need to get moving. I need to sort out what's going on, what bookings I'm going to, etc. It looks like I will be at this multi-hour Outcall at 10 p.m, but I need to work out the travel time because it is quite a commute. I think it's about an hour to get out there. So anyway, put this away and sort out the phone. I think there's another working girl. It's either the room next to me or the room next to that. When I was walking past, a guy came up and just like knocked on the door and like awkwardly, like I could hear a girl. I didn't look inside the room, that would be rude, but I heard a girl. She was like, "Hey babe, come in," and she sounded like young. Didn't see her, but I mean, who's going and just like knocking on a hotel door? I'm pretty sure there might be 2 of us here. Hopefully we don't get caught. I just had a look on Scarlet and I can only see one other girl touring at the moment, and I'm going to assume the locals probably have their own in-call space, right? So yeah, it's probably her. I'll keep an eye out. Obviously I'm not going to say shit to the hotel management, but that would be kind of good if I had an ally like in the room next door. Anyway, that's enough on that. I need to get moving and stop fucking yapping at the vlog. I hate days where everything is just so up in the air and it's like, oh, I might need you right now, I might not need you right now, and it's just, this is why I love pre-bookings, because it's just very hard as an autistic person to be unsure of what's going to happen, like what your next booking is, how long you have. I've got one that wants to be at 10 p.m. but still hasn't paid a deposit yet. I understand he's probably busy. There's another one that wants to come at 7 for a half an hour, still hasn't paid a deposit. So you know what I mean, like it's not their fault. I get they're busy, but it leaves me in a spot where I'm like, oh, do I need to do this, do I need to do that? Anyway, what I do need to do is sort out those condoms and put them in the bag with everything else, and just make sure the room is ready to go and get changed out of this so that I'm ready for if the 7 o'clock pays his deposit, because right now I have an hour until that. I just had a deposit paid for a 30-minute at 7 p.m. so I've just gotten dressed now. I'm going to use the bathroom and like touch up a little bit more before he gets here. Then it's going to be a bit of crunch time, because if this deposit comes through for the Outcall, the bigger booking that's like an hour and a half away, I'm going to have like 45 minutes to get ready and like pack my bag and everything and get in the Uber. At least in the Uber I'll be able to like do anything else I need to get done while I'm sitting in there. But yeah, it's going to be a bit under the pump. Hopefully that deposit comes through. He has to prepay all of the travel, all of the Uber and taxi expenses ahead of me going out there, because it's so expensive for me to get out there. He paid it last time, no issues at all. Last time it was $400 on top of his booking to get me out to where he is, because he's literally in the middle of nowhere. Guess what just happened? Still waiting for my booking, but I was going to go and get these refilled today. That was like the thing. I was like, okay, I'll take the day off. Like I'll go and get my nails refilled because they're growing out so bad. We lost one and it's like clean off. I don't even know how that happened. But now I look like a gremlin and I have bookings and I look like this. Oh no. I'm gonna just trim it so it's not so spiky. Guys, little update for the vlog. Yes, I'm in lingerie. I'm allowed to wear this. It's YouTube, not TikTok. Just a little fit check for you. I just finished up that half an hour booking He was really lovely. He was a bit nervous, and I think he needed more than half an hour. We did get there in the end. I think I did like a couple minutes of overtime. He was really polite though, and I felt really bad, but yeah, I think he just needed a bit more time. I think he felt rushed, but that's what a 30-minute is, which really sucks. I fucking hate doing 30 minutes because I hate feeling like I haven't given the best experience, like the Lillith Lodge experience, but I can't do the like friendly chatty GFE and then like easing into things and like making it like sexy when I'm like on a time crunch. Like sure, it's like sexy, like yeah, I'm naked and shit, but it's not the same. It's not the same level of experience, and that makes me feel a bit bad, but I do the best I can with the time I have. Anyway, he seemed lovely. I'd see him again. He kind of seems like the type of guy that would just see like the one provider here or there, not like a frequent user of the service, but anyway, that's just my assumption. Why is it that when I look at my body in the vlog, it looks great, and when I look at it in person, I look like a heifer lump, like I'm fat? I don't understand why. Like, to me, when I'm looking at that, that looks great. Why? Is something wrong with me at the moment? Because when I'm looking in the mirror, I feel like I'm 100 fucking kilos right now. Anyway, that's just not meant to be part of the vlog. Here I am I'm not looking for compliments, guys. I'm just oversharing. I'm in the middle of getting ready for my booking. The power's out in the hotel. Like, if I switch this light off, what is happening? This is not what I needed right now. Anyway, I will be leaving shortly. Hopefully the lights come back on in the next 10 minutes. Update guys, I'm in the Uber. We're stopped at the petrol station at the moment, about to head out to this booking. Okay guys, I'm back from my Outcall, which went really well. As I said, I saw that client last time I was in Cairns, so well, yeah, last time I was in Cairns, but the booking isn't technically in Cairns. Anyway, went and did that. That went perfectly well, but I do have a little bit of a story. So, because it's so far out of Cairns City, he lives in Whoop Whoop. Let's just call it Whoop Whoop. He lives in Whoop Whoop, right? So, to get out there, I get an Uber. And the Ubers take me from here, the hotel, all the way out to here. It's like an hour and a half, okay? 20-ish. Sweet. Getting out there is not really an issue. It's coming back, okay? Because firstly, there is never an Uber out there. It's in the middle of nowhere. There's no Uber drivers. Secondly, the cab company is now no longer driving from there back. And I only found that out tonight. So you're literally stuck there, okay? Last time I saw him, I booked an Uber there and a taxi back, and it was fine. The taxi was a rip-off. It was like $300 or something to get home, but it was fine. This time, okay, I pre-booked, when I was leaving, obviously I got an Uber out there, and I pre-booked a taxi to pick me up at the end of the booking. When I was in the Uber on the way to the booking, I got a message saying that the taxi company was not taking my booking. They were not going to take me back. And I was like, what the fuck? When I went out there and did the booking, the client was like, oh yeah, the taxis are refusing to take anyone back to Cairns anymore. They used to do it. They don't anymore. So I literally would have been stuck at this booking, stuck in the middle of nowhere. Luckily for me, the Uber driver that I took out there, we were talking just about how hard it is for me to get a trip back. And he was like, oh, when do you need to come back? And I was like, in 2 hours time. And he was like, I'll take you back. That's fine. So he literally like did trips and jobs around that area as best he could. And he literally came and got me and brought me back from the middle of nowhere. That was so nice of him. He didn't need to do that. Obviously gave him cash. It's quite a big trip. So like my trip out there was $120 through the Uber app. And obviously because it's like fucking 1 o'clock in the morning when he's got to bring me back, I offered to give him $200 in cash to bring me back. And he was happy about that. So all up, it cost me $320 to get out there and to get back, which is less than it would have been if it was a taxi. The client gave me $450 to cover my travel fee. So this time around, it's actually been less, which is great. So today, obviously, the half an hour, $500, that booking was $2,000, but I also got $450 travel fee as well. However, I'm not going to count the part of the travel fee in my earnings for today because it's not earnings. It's just covering my travel. So with like $100 that was left over from that, the booking and the booking earlier, we're going to say 2.6 for today. I think that's fair. We're not going to consider travel fees as part of earnings because it's just not earnings. So 2.6 for flying day. Really good. Very happy with that. I do have a pre-booking for tomorrow night. Besides that, there is nothing on the books yet for tomorrow. So we will see what happens. Cairns is a short notice place, so I'm not really surprised. But anyway, I'm very happy with that number for today, and I'm very tired. I also haven't eaten properly today. So I think I need to wash all of this off, as we can see, looking worse for wear, put some pajamas on and relax for a little bit, eat something, unwind down, get ready to go to sleep. But today's been a really good day, a really fucking good day, way better than expected. I honestly thought I was gonna come into Cairns and make no money today. I was considering taking the day off, as I mentioned. Good morning, guys. Yes, I look like a potato. It's okay. This is the first day on my tour that I can remember that I haven't had like a booking early on that I need to be waking up for. So I didn't have to set an alarm today. This is the first day I haven't woken up to an alarm. And it feels weird. I think it's currently like 9:45-ish in the morning. So I haven't really slept in anything crazy. Especially considering I think by the time I actually got home, showered and like laid in bed, I think it was about 2 a.m.-ish last night. Maybe 2:30 by the time I actually fell asleep. So I'm telling you right now, that day that I get home from this mega tour, I am gonna sleep like a fucking baby. I am going to just sleep. I'm getting like enough sleep on this tour to function, but not enough to like fully recharge. I'm actually usually a long sleeper. I normally sleep for like 10 hours if I can. Like if I don't have anything on, it's 10 hours. So yeah, anyway, again, today the only pre-booking I have is for 7 p.m. and I definitely am gonna go and get this fucking nail fixed today. Just quick update. It's been about an hour. No, I didn't lay in bed. Oh my gosh, my hair is everywhere. Look at this. I got up, started getting ready. My hair is done and straightened, and I'm just wearing a little activewear outfit, which I will show you guys in a second. Pretty much I'm gonna head to go and get my nails done. There's a nail salon literally like a 4-minute walk from me, so super close. So I'm gonna go and do that now because it's my main concern for today. I did also go and grab an extra 2 towels from the lady. Thank God. I'm gonna need a lot more than that, but that's a good start. And I'm gonna show you guys the outfit before I head off. We've got, oh gosh, it's looking very camel toe-y right now. Sorry guys. Like this. And I'm definitely gonna get some looks. I have not a drop of makeup on my face. I figured that was better to leave that until later. Especially with the heat here, it's very hard being outside of the aircon. The humidity is insane, and I think yesterday the lady said it was like 45 degrees. So yeah, it's gonna be hot with this on, but yeah, let's get going. Okay guys, it is so fucking hot out there. It's so hot. Obviously, it wasn't smart to be wearing this, but all I did, it's like a maybe 3-minute walk there, 3-minute walk back, maybe 5 minutes at most. Mind you, like in between sitting in aircon. Got these done. We are not impressed with them, to be honest. I don't mean to whinge. At the end of the day, they're just nails, and at least now I'm not missing one and having regrowth, but the one they had to replace, this one here, and if you can hear that, I think I'm getting sick, or possibly allergic to just the powder and stuff in the nail salon, which could be it too. This one's the one that they replaced, but it's way longer than the other nails. Can you see how much longer that one is? I know it's not the end of the world, and I don't even think clients will notice that one is longer than the others, but I notice, and it's annoying me, and I just keep like flicking at that one because it's just so long and pointy. It doesn't match the rest of them. It's a very chaotic vlog update. Got an inquiry like 15 minutes ago from someone being like, hey, I know it's short notice, but can I see you for a booking in half an hour? And I was like, yeah, I can. I was like, look, I'm mostly ready, but like, I don't have lashes or liner on. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not perfect, because 30 minutes to get ready is not enough. Anyway, he's been having a lot of issues with the deposit. Issues, well, in my head, I was like, I don't know if they're real issues or if he's just not gonna do, like, if he's just fucking around. Anyway, he's just sent it through now, so I've got the deposit. But now I'm partway through taking my toenail polish off so I can redo my nails. So they're going to be looking a bit festy when he's here. But unfortunately, when these guys want it, when they want it, and we've got no warning, they're getting us however we are at that point in time if we're willing to take it. Guys, that's done. He was in and out in 18 minutes. I love it. And yeah, he did not seem bothered by the fact I have no lashes on, which I obviously need to fix now that I've got the time to. If all my quickies were like that, where, you know, they were in and out, like on time, and it wasn't like under the pump to get them to finish, I would love doing quickies. Normally, that's not my experience. Normally, it's guys that need an hour and book 30 minutes and then are frustrated that they can't get to the finish line. Or I'm in a panic rush trying to get them where they're trying to go because the alarm's going off. Quickies are hard. They're not my usual style, but that was an easy one. Anyway, lovely guy, no trouble at all. That's done, so we're on 500 for today. The goal for today is 2.5, so we still need another 2,000, but it's early days, there's still plenty of time to make money. I can see I have an inquiry. I don't know if it's serious because I can see he's fucked around before, so we'll give him one more chance and then we'll block it. That's for an hour. If that came through, that would be great. We would appreciate that. But yeah, pretty much for right now, I'm gonna finish off the eye makeup, fix my toenail polish, and get redressed. And I will update you guys the next time I do anything of interest. I'm kind of itching for a bev. The vlog is so boring today, but unfortunately, there's not really much to tell you guys. I had a deposit paid for 5 p.m. So I've got an hour from 5 to 6, and then a pre-booked client from 7 till 8. So that will put us like $300, I think, under goal. Let me work that out. $200 under goal. Guys, I'm gonna guess you'll be able to hear it in the background. There's a mad storm going on in Cairns. I love storms when I'm inside. It's so nice. It's like calming me down. Anyway, so I'm ready for my booking. Starts in half an hour. So I've got 5 till 6 and then 7 till 8. So 2 different 1 hour bookings. This guy coming has been quite difficult on the phone. I wouldn't say difficult, just a bit, what would I say? A couple of red flags in the inquiry, but nothing to the point where I think he's dangerous. I actually think what might be happening with these texts is that it is a language barrier. I think that's what's causing it. We will see if I'm wrong or right in person, but I think that might be right. Anyway, I've got that for an hour, and then a little bit of time to run around and get ready again, and then another one. There's a little update while I go to fix my hair. Client's just left like 5 or 10 minutes ago, and I've had a shower. He was lovely, I was totally right. The issues on the phone were just because English wasn't his first language, which is sometimes why they don't really understand the procedure, and they're not always, and I mean a lot of them are, but they're not always deliberately trying to not do what they're told. Sometimes it's just a miscommunication, and for that guy that was definitely the case. He was lovely in person, like really genuinely a nice booking, and I actually feel better now after the booking than I did going into the booking, which, you know, that means it's a really good one. He's just very sweet and like gentle and like everything. He's like, is this okay? Is this okay? And it was just really cute. It was really, really cute. He's also very, very good at oral, like really good at it. Yeah, so anyway, I had a really good booking. He wanted to extend an hour, and I would have loved to do the extension because obviously he was such a good client, but I've got this next booking that's been pre-booked since before I even left Brisbane, and I've got to do this, which is an hour. And if I took the hour extension, they would have been on top of each other for bookings. As much as I would love the extra $900, I don't want to do that to the next client that's pre-booked. I mean, maybe if it was half an hour in between, and knowing how gentle he was and like that I wouldn't be burnt out for the next one, you know, that would work, half an hour in between with a client like that. But yeah, no, not on top of each other. Anyway, he said that he will see how busy he is with work tomorrow, and he might come back tomorrow, which I think he'll actually enjoy more, having them as 2 separate bookings, because it's, you know, it's easier to get in multiple rounds when there's like a couple of different days instead of it just being one long booking. So yeah, anyway, I do hope I see him again. He was really sweet. He said he'd previously booked one other person, and when he showed up, they didn't look like the photos. He was really upset. And he's like, it's just so crazy. You look exactly like your photos. I'm like, yeah, I hope so. I don't want to catfish anyone. Anyway, he was really, really lovely. I had a really great booking. I'm gonna fix up my hair now. And once I've done that, I am pretty much ready for the next one. And this next client I haven't seen before. He actually has tried to book me, I think once before, if I remember right. He's tried to book me before, but it was late night and I ended up having another booking come through before him. He accidentally paid a deposit. It was while I was still in Brisbane. I had my available now on one night, and he paid a deposit for a short notice booking, but he was in Cairns. And essentially when we realized, he was like, oh, it's okay, just keep the deposit, it's fine. And I was like, no. I was like, just the fact that he said keep the deposit, I was like, this is going to be a good client, like he's going to be really nice. So I was like, oh, would you like to pre-book for one of the days I'm on tour? And he was like, yeah, actually that would be great. And I checked with him today, he's confirmed that he's coming. So yeah, I don't think we're going to have any issues with him, with the type of guy that says keep the deposit. I don't think he's going to be any trouble. But anyway, that's the update. I will check in with you guys when I finish that booking and let you know how it goes. Guys, little update. I've just had a shower, started to freshen up, still need to fix up my hair. Finished up that booking. He was lovely, exactly like I thought. Like, sometimes you can just tell by the vibe of somebody, like the way they interact with you ahead of the booking, the fact that he said, oh no, keep the deposit, like that kind of thing. Really, really lovely. And I have a feeling that I will see him again. Yeah, just got along really well. He came with like a bottle of wine, some Moscato, because he sent me a message about half an hour before the booking, and he was like, oh, do you like want me to bring anything to drink? And I was like, oh, you know, we can have a bev if you want. I'm thinking it's an hour, so like it's a bit hard to like have a drink properly when it's only a short booking. But he showed up with this, so he got Moscato, Brown Brothers, which is a good choice actually. So we had a glass of that each during the booking. And he also brought beers just in case I was a beers girl, which I'm not, but he's left them here because he has to go out somewhere. He couldn't take them with him. So at some point, the other clients will probably have these beers, but that was really sweet that he stopped in to do that on the way. Like, that was really lovely. But yeah, really great booking. I actually really enjoyed that one too. So today I've had such good bookings. Again, I still need another 200 to hit my goal. Morning guys, I'm a little bit of a zombie today. I'm sorry I didn't update the vlog further last night. I think I sat there with my available now on for about 2 hours and then I just crashed. I was so fucking tired. Definitely hitting a wall with my tired level. Like, all my body wants is just a full night's sleep. Like a full night's sleep. Not 6 hours, not 7 hours, like 8 or 9 hours. That's all I want. But I just can't because of the schedule. Anyway, today I have a booking at 10 a.m. So it's currently 7 or 10 past 7 or something. It was one of those sleeps where like I was on a different planet during that sleep. So I feel a little out of it. Hello guys, what great way to start this clip. Me half covered in foundation. I'm just getting ready and I thought, why do I not just have a yap at the camera while I'm getting ready? I've still got 2 hours, so I'm not like in a rush today. Just had a nice everything shower, you know, had to shave all the fuzz off of my body, which was nice and kind of relaxing actually to be able to sit in the shower that long. So far for CAIRNS, we are at a goal, we're heading to a goal of 7.5 grand for the 3 days. Right now we're at 4.9, so we need 2.6 today, which is definitely an achievable goal. I just don't know how late at night I'm probably gonna have to stay up to hit that, which is a bit concerning, because obviously I don't know, there's no guarantee if or when work will come through. Obviously I'd prefer it to reach that earlier rather than later so that I can go and like have a night off, but it's just not the reality. I do have to say that I'm really proud of myself, and I'm not trying to say that in this to like sound really cocky or up myself or anything, but no, genuinely feel like I have worked so hard this tour. If this is the first one you're watching, all of these tours are back to back, so I think this is day 13 straight. Am I wrong? You guys can let me know. yeah, I think this is about day 13 straight that I've been, each of these locations is back to back, right? Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide, now here, Townsville next. I'm really surprised that I have not hit a wall to the point where I've cancelled on anyone. I did think that at some point there was going to be a little bit of a mentee be, and I was going to be like crying in a vlog being like, I'm so exhausted, I can't do this anymore. But no, I am tired. I'm not gonna lie and say I don't feel tired. I'm tired, but my body only really hurt that one day that I mentioned it in one of the vlogs. As in I shouldn't say my body, my vagina only hurt the one day I mentioned in the vlog, and it's been fine ever since. And yes, my thighs, like that thigh area that I need to use to like ride, that has been sore. I wanna say maybe 5 days out of the trip that has been aching, but it's kind of more of like that feeling you get when you've worked really hard at the gym. That's what that feels like. I do kind of wish that I had given myself a day off within this 2 weeks, but at the same time I think it's good for me to see that I am capable of things that I didn't think I was capable of. I didn't know I would get to this point and still be okay. I definitely thought the breakdown or the forcing myself having to have a day off, or my body shutting down, because my body does that sometimes when I burn myself out. I get sick. That's just the normal routine for me, but I still feel fine. So yeah. On a happy note, I did hit 80,000 followers on TikTok yesterday, so that's pretty exciting. I didn't know that was so close. I thought we were still a little bit off that, to be honest, and the next thing you know, it looks like a couple of my videos while I've been on tour have been performing really well, particularly a few story times. And obviously I haven't been watching or monitoring what's going on there because I've been so fucking busy working. But yeah, hopefully soon it will be at 100. I am sort of at a point with TikTok where I am not as interested in producing the content over there as I am for YouTube. I am enjoying making these more than that right now. But obviously TikTok is the main source of income and I still want to be consistent, so I'm staying on top of that as well. Anyway, I think that's probably enough yapping here for you guys. I will update you guys when I finish this booking. So that's the next time I'll check in, because currently I think it's about 8 o'clock in the morning. My booking's at 10. 30 minutes until go time. I still need to put this on. This is my chosen outfit for today. Gonna have a bit of this just to like give me a bit more oomph. I did have a coffee this morning, but addicted to caffeine apparently. Pretty much what I've got done in the meantime, besides finishing getting ready, doing all my OnlyFans messages because there was a bit to do on there. And I've just seen that they have lifted the ban on TikTok, which is super surprising. I just saw that yesterday that it went through, and now they're all back today, which is great for everyone in America. All those content creators who that's their full-time job and source of income, anyone who uses that platform to promote a business, small business, large business, anything like that, that ban really would have been devastating for a lot of people. So I'm glad to see that they're back. I was wondering though, as an Australian, if Americans being banned from TikTok would mean that we finally start getting paid from the TikTok Creator Fund, because if you didn't know, on TikTok, Australians are not paid at all. No matter how viral a video goes. I've had videos have like 3 million views. I don't get paid a cent for that. It's not like YouTube. So yeah, I was wondering if that would push them to make it a creator fund for the Australians, but it doesn't look like it. At the end of the day, I don't really care that I don't get paid, but it would be nice, even if it was just a couple $100s a month, you know, that would all add up. And it's just weird to me that YouTube, I've only been taking this seriously for 2 months. And I'm getting paychecks every month, but I've never got $1 from TikTok. Guys, little update for the vlog. I just finished up my booking. Again, that's a client I've been seeing. I think we were talking about it in the booking. I think it's been 2.5 years since I first met him. I think I've seen him once or twice in Brisbane, but every time I've toured through Cairns, I have seen him. So yeah, he's a really good egg. And I remember his first ever booking with me was like a 3-hour. I was the first worker he'd ever seen. He has seen others since, but yeah, this is my little pile for the hour. Super good booking. I actually feel more energized than I did going into it, which we know sometimes happens, where I'm like, hell yeah, that was what I needed. Okay, that's all we've got pre-booked for Cairns. So from here on out, it is whatever comes up. which is a little stressful. We all know I am not a short notice girly, but I'm sort of in two minds. So I still have this, which I've only had 3 sips of because I was too busy yapping to drink it. Just ended that clip. This is literally seconds later. Went to start working on my laptop and then I was like, wait, you forgot to mention the funny thing that happened in that booking and people want to know. So we're doing the thing, you know, all that's done. We go to get in the shower. He said, oh, can you jump in the shower with me? I was like, yeah, sure. So we're in the shower. And as I get in, I'm like, oh my God, I left the wrapper on the floor. And he was like, yeah, I saw that when I got here. And I thought, Jesus, Lil, clean that up or something like that. He said, it kind of almost looked like a condom, but it was not. It was not. And I picked it up and I like showed it to him to prove it. It was the little bar of soap had like a plastic wrapper on it. And I'd only opened it this morning to use it to shave my legs, which I'd done. So like nobody else has touched that bar of soap besides me and now him because we were using it. Obviously they're normally worried about bars of soap, but there was proof that it was like fresh and had only been on me. Anyway, it was like in the corner and wet, so it almost looked like it was a condom. It was so funny. And I can't believe he didn't say anything to me and be like, Lil, come in here and clean this shit up. But no, he's too nice for that. He just pretended he didn't see it when he had his first shower, and then it was when we were both in there. Oh my God. I am known to accidentally leave like parts of the wrapper, the outside wrapper of the condom in places. I've had that happen a couple times. I want to say in like 4 bookings, I've seen like a wrapper from someone else and have to like kick it under the bed or something, just because sometimes people have like 6 different ones and then I think I've picked everything up and I haven't, and like especially when they're almost back to back with like an hour in between. But I have never in my career this far, I've never left a condom somewhere, never. And hopefully never do. So yeah, that wasn't a condom, but we thought it was really funny. Anyway, that's a little update, and I'll check in with you guys when I have something more interesting to tell you about. Okay guys, quick vlog update. I have another booking. It's an hour. He's going to be here in, I think, less than 20 minutes. So I don't have much time, and obviously I put this back on to be comfortable. So I need to get changed and freshen up a little bit. But yeah, we are on track. We'll only need 1 more after this. And this guy seems really polite on the phone. He's been like very, very polite, which is always a good first impression. Guys, quick little update. I don't know what is going on in my forehead. I need to fix up my makeup, obviously. I just finished the booking, had a shower, got redressed. The client was really lovely, just like I thought. You can normally tell by the way that they interact with you in messages. And he was just like a nice, friendly corporate guy, not a lot of work. Was very nervous. I could tell he was very nervous. But yeah, so green ones and then the deposit, so another 900. Guys, little check-in. It is now, I think, 5:30 or somewhere around there, maybe close to 6. Since I last spoke to you guys, I've watched a couple YouTube videos and just had like a little recovery timeout. I've had a pre-booking come through for Townsville and another one for Newcastle. So just like a few messages on the phone, as well as, you know, maybe 10, 20 time wasters just messing about on there as they always do. And got on top of my OnlyFans work, which was really great because it's been really hard to stay on top of that while working as much as I have been, as you guys can see from the vlogs. So right now I'm going to head to the restaurant and I'm gonna have a main meal and a glass of wine, maybe 2 glasses of wine, but I'm gonna stop at that. They have given me a voucher for like a free bottle up there, so yeah, I just don't want to like get out of hand with the drinking, so I'm thinking 2 max, preferably just 1 large glass, and then just come back. I do still have my available now on. I'm hoping that my phone is just quiet for the next hour, just so I can like have dinner in peace, and then I'll come back and keep waiting for if there's more work. But yeah, I've had no serious inquiries at all. Nothing's come through that looks serious. Guys, little update. I'm back from dinner, as you guys saw. I will try to include those clips. The view was beautiful, but I couldn't get like a front row seat at the restaurant where you can see out and like enjoy the view while you're eating. I was kind of a seat back. Wasn't as good. Anyway, the food was really good. When I was finishing up there, so being at the restaurant for an hour and 15 minutes, it did take them a little while to bring out my food. I got a message on the work phone being like, hey, can I see you for a booking at 8:30, blah, 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 followed the instructions. And then after maybe like 3 or 4 messages back and forth, he's like, yeah, so is that including natural sex? And I'm like, no, cunt. I'd also sent my services list, which even said that uncovered like oral was an extra charge, right? That's what's in the services. And the fact that he thought he was getting that and uncovered sex, like penetrative sex, for the standard rate is insane, especially when I have sent saying this is my boundaries, this is what you're getting. Before you pay a deposit, this is what you're getting. Then I reply back simply no, N-O. Didn't even bother elaborating because I didn't want to see him. The second they ask for natural sex, I don't want to see them. Because what I'm telling you right now is men who ask for that, especially on the first meet, because trust me, I've had some of my regulars ask for it after like a certain amount of time, but for first meet, asking that of you, one, they probably have something if they care that little about their sexual health. And two, if you agree to do that booking, they will remove the condom during the booking. I'm telling you right now, that's what will happen. So I don't want to see him. I just reply, no, I'm very short with him. Even though I need another booking tonight, I'm not going to risk getting stealthed by somebody for another booking. He replies back to it and he's like, well then can you send me a selfie of you doing a peace sign? Because I want to make sure this isn't a scam. I'm like, mate, you're playing games now. You're playing games, okay? My profile on Scarlet Blue, where you found my ad, has a massive green banner across the side of it saying verified. It also has a photos verified stamp on the ad itself. Then you can click on my Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. You can see me talking about my goddamn job. You can see me talking about my job, saying what I do for work. Like, you just want to like sit there and like, because I had to send you a selfie. That's what it is. It's a common fucking thing that happens. And when I said, look, mate, all I replied back was, I was like, look, mate, me sending you a peace sign selfie is not better verification than you clicking the links on my ad that show my social media, show my YouTube. Go and check my fucking YouTube, watch me vlog, watch me do whatever. That is better verification than you asking for a worker for this, okay? And he replied, okay then, bye scammer. And I'm like, scammer? I'm like, what the fuck, cunt? What the actual fuck is wrong with you? Like, you're accusing me of something now and I've done nothing. You haven't, like, you are just screaming time with. Guys, little check-in, excuse the hair, excuse the lighting. It's about midnight. I have obviously gone and got more food because I was trying to like ignore my tummy because it's been growling at me for the last hour. That meal that I had in the vlog was all I've had today, but I do try not to eat out 2 meals in the same day, but I don't have any food left here and I leave tomorrow, so I've had to go and get Macca's. I have a hamburger with no meat patty, so just the burger, a regular chips, and then a regular shake. That's what I've ordered. It was just the closest thing. If you've been watching the vlogs, you know I'm not a big Macca's person. I do love Macca's vanilla thick shakes though. I fucking rate these 10 out of 10. But I'm not a big fan of their food. Unfortunately, at this time of night, that is all that's easily accessible to me right now in Cairns. So anyway, no more work has come through. And I haven't even had a single text since that guy that was fucking around about wanting the selfie like this. It is a Monday night though, and I think that is part of it as well. When you're going on tour expecting short notice, depending on the market that you hit, it's going to be a lot harder to get short notice late on a Monday night as opposed to like a Friday night or a Saturday night, right? So yeah, I am $800 short of my goal of Cairns. Unfortunately, we are not going to hit it this trip. We have hit every other one though, and this is just the reality. Sometimes you don't make what you want to make. So after 3 days in Cairns, we'll have made 6,700, if my math is right, which is still an insane amount of money. And I bet pretty much everyone watching this vlog right now is like, wow, I wish I could make that in 3 days. That's insane. Obviously, if you watch like the Sydney vlog, you know that it's not really been the best trip. I've had great clients though. Yeah, it's just been one of those, and sometimes this happens. This is just the reality. I'm not going to come on here and say I made 20 grand in 3 days when I didn't. If you take out my accommodation, which was $800, to be here for 3 nights, and my flight, since I'm not getting flights there and back, it's just from Adelaide to Cairns, I think was $400, so, or maybe like $350. Yeah, it would have been like $350. So take out $1,250 of that in cost to be here. That's what it is. I will check in with you guys in the morning. Pretty much for now, I'm going to watch a show, eat that, drink this, and I will check in with you guys in the morning. Morning, guys. I am looking like an alfalfa. I've got up, showered, hair done, obviously no makeup. We never fly with makeup on because it's just so icky for the skin, and I don't want to ruin my skin because it's actually looking pretty good this trip. Anyway, I'm in the process of packing all of this. Yeah, it's a fucking mess in here. There's not really much I can do about that. I'm gonna finish that up, and yeah, then I'm going to figure out what I'm gonna do. My flight is at, I think it's 2 o'clock or 2:30 today. Currently, as of filming this, I think it's about 9 o'clock in the morning, somewhere around about there, and checkout is 10. I can't check in for my flight until 2 hours before the flight, so midday, right? So I'm gonna have to burn about 2 hours of time. I think the hotel will hold my luggage. Like if I just leave this with reception, I'm pretty sure they'll hold it for me here, and I can go out for like a walk or something. It is stinking hot outside. Just find something to do, maybe some shopping. I think I can probably walk to the shopping center from here. But yeah, not really sure at this point. My main focus is just getting this all packed up, which is what I'm gonna do now. There's also a bit of drama going on TikTok, so I would like to make a TikTok talking about something really quick before I, you know, have to leave the room, because it is a lot harder to film content in public, you know. So yeah, that's a little update. I'm also really struggling because if you can see, all of my fingers are inflamed from the nails I had done. They are so itchy, so swollen. It's like all I'm doing is this. I have tried like putting lotion on them. I've tried taking a Telfast. Nothing is working. They just look like, especially this hand, and it's quite scary. So I'm gonna stop in at that nail salon in that time that I have to burn before the flight and just ask them if I can get some cuticle oil or something, or they can fucking help. Currently sitting up on the balcony of the hotel. There's no one else up here at the moment, but someone will probably come out while I'm filming this. I just want to quickly show you guys what I got from the shopping centre here. I've got like 20 minutes until I need to be leaving here to the airport, so I can show you real fast. I ducked into Ali. Oh my god, I just realised there's a security tag on this. Why was that not alarming anywhere? What am I going to do? Okay, well, anyway, I do not know what I'm going to do with that. Maybe I'll have to walk up to the shopping centre again and get them to remove it. I literally do not know. Anyway, I've got this little skirt from Ali. This was $30. And then in the sale, I grabbed this little dress and it was down to $35, which was really good. It looks really cute on. It's probably a size too big, but they didn't have a small size left. Then, Swarovski. This is a gift. This is not for me. The other two things are for me. And look, they gave me the pretty pink box. You know how these are like lucky dip on the colours? Anyway, they look like this. And these are for my sister. I'm going to put them away for her birthday or Christmas, one or the other, because they're pretty close together. So yeah, I spotted those and I was like, yeah, she's going to want them. And they were $132, I believe. As for this, I literally have no idea what I meant to do. I have the receipt to like say that I paid for it. Why was it not alarming anywhere else that I went though? Like, that's so strange. I'll check if there's one on this. No, there's nothing on this one. It's just on the white skirt. I definitely got the receipt to prove I paid for it. But I'm like, man, I've only got 20 minutes. What am I meant to do? Like, maybe just keep the receipt, and when I go to the shops at Townsville, will I even get to the shops in Townsville? I don't know what I'm meant to do. Anyway, nothing can be done about that, so that is what it is. If anyone knows how to get those off, leave it in the comments below. to end off the vlog, I have made the decision that I'm going to put that skirt and everything I bought into my main suitcase, and I'm going to try to get them taken off at another store. I still have the receipt and I'll keep the receipt so I don't get into any trouble, but I'm just not going to have time. I'm not going to have time to get back to the shops, and now I've taken my luggage back, so I wouldn't be able to get upstairs because it's on the top floor of the shopping centre. Anyway, that is it for this vlog. As you can see, it is very hot and sweaty here in Cairns. And yeah, I'm going to be flying off to Townsville, so make sure you are subscribed so that you can see the Townsville tour. I hope you have enjoyed, and have a good day, guys.